This is Andi Purewal for Boxing Social in association with Betfred, and I'm joined by Rylan Charlton over Zoom. Rylan, first and foremost, Happy New Year. I hope you're well and enjoyed the festive period as best as you could, obviously up until the recent announcement from the board in the first couple of days of the year. But yeah, how are you?
Yeah, I'm very well, thank you. Yeah, and Happy New Year to you too. I didn't get much of a Christmas time. I was too busy training hard and all that, but yeah, now obviously the fight's now been postponed due to good old COVID. But yeah, it's just one of them things, and it's just a bit of a pain, but we have to keep pushing on.
I hate to kind of be negative effectively, but given the sacrifices you made over that Christmas period, and because it was such a big fight for your career, what would have been anyway on January 30th, does it make it that bit more frustrating and bitter knowing you wasn't able to? I know it's, again, nobody could really enjoy Christmas this year, but you, as much as anyone, had even less to be able to enjoy because you was in camp.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind really. I'm kind of chilled about it. It's one of them things, and I was prepared for something like this to happen, because there's always something. I mean, COVID's just going mad, isn't it? So I didn't think they'd completely say 2021 we can all go out and do what we want. I knew there'd be something like something big coming, so I was kind of expecting it. But yeah, just one of them things. Just got to continue doing what you're doing, and push on.
So before the announcement from the board that there would be no boxing events in January this year, did you have any kind of idea that that was being considered and it was a possibility that obviously your fight with Florian would not go ahead on the Kelly Avenissian card?
Yeah, I did think that would. Yeah, that's obviously the issue kind of thing. But yeah, it must be a pain for the main event though, because I mean, Josh Kelly's has been postponed, I think, a few times now. Yeah. So I imagine they're more frustrated than I am, kind of thing.
What was your initial reaction to finding out then, Rylan?
I was just a little bit of a bummer, because it's just obviously you try and get yourself there so you peak just at the right time. So it just means you just got to take it down a notch again. But I mean, it was a bit of a pain, but I'm quite chilled out about things. It just can't control it. It's all out of our control kind of thing. So just got to continue as normal. Maybe take it down a little bit in the training. So then we can spice it up again a bit closer to an actual date.
So what has Eddie or Matchroom said to you about kind of moving forwards and looking at a new date? I know Eddie did an interview yesterday where he said if shows weren't to return in the UK in February, then he'd be looking to get shows on regardless. So I assume all that he's going to be looking abroad. Have you had any initial conversations with Matchroom about a new date?
No, not as yet. My manager's sorts out all of that kind of stuff. I think they've said they'll be in contact. They've said maybe the first few weeks in February, but that'd be nice if Eddie got us all out to Dubai or something like that. That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Talk to you about the fight itself, Ryland. I know you've been eager to face Florian for a long time, and you've wanted, again, it would have been excuse me, it would have been another kind of a big breakout for you on the back of your win versus Joe Laws. What was you actually expecting heading into this fight, or what do you expect heading into it when a new date is announced?
I'm not really expecting a lot. I'm just expecting it's going to be a big fight. Florian's he's a bubbly guy. I'm sure he's going to be getting proper involved in the bubble, I suppose. Be a laugh, I think. But to me, it's just another fight at the end of the day. I just got to get in there and showcase my skills again. Because I mean, I got in 3 rounds with Joe Laws. It'd be nice to have a proper scrap and get people more to see a bit more of me, kind of thing. So I'm just looking forward to it.
Stylistically, how do you expect it to play out? We know with Florian, he's a come forwards fighter. He likes to close the distance. He's aggressive. Whereas with you against Joe, we saw your counter punching was brilliant. He was immaculate on the night, and eventually you broke him down to stop Joe. What would you expect this time around? Would we expect to see a different style from yourself, or do you expect it to be very much what everybody's seen from you and from Florian so far?
Um, well, I think it's going to see better boxing from me because I only really, I mean, I had 2 weeks notice of the Joe Laws fight. So this time I've had a full camp, and Florian's coming off of obviously a draw, which I believe he deserved to win it. But he's coming off that draw, so he's got more to prove as well. So it's just going to be, I can imagine it's just going to be a pretty exciting fight because he's got a lot to prove after his last performance, and I'm sure he's going to be. I don't know whether he's going to come at me, whatever, but I'm just going to stick to what I do and getting in, do my job.
What did you make of Florian's performance against Jamie Stewart in that draw? You said yourself you thought it was a win. Most people saw it as a win for Florian, despite the scorecards. What did you make of it?
I mean, I wasn't that impressed. I'll be honest. I do think he won the fight, but he didn't half make a meal out of it. Like, he could have got in. He had 8 rounds to break him down and do what he done, kind of thing. But yeah, I wasn't that impressed. And I don't think that wasn't him at his best whatsoever. I know that he's obviously had an off night, and he's going to have to prove like that he's worth, kind of thing, when I fight him. But I wasn't impressed. Let's put it that way.
In Jamie's case, Florian's opponent on the night, we saw him on the back foot throughout, well, not throughout, but for large periods. And he was looking to box a bit more, wasn't looking to be the pressure fighter until certain openings in the bout. Does that give you more confidence? Again, just going back to how we saw you box against Joe Laws, does it give you confidence that effectively in a boxing fight, you would have the superior skill set to overcome Florian's abilities?
Yeah, I do kind of. I feel like I'm always just going to get in and do what I do. I'm never going to change my routine, kind of thing. I barely really box on the back foot. Neither does Florine. So yeah, we're just going to meet in the middle and then go at it, kind of thing.
Have you thought about kind of how 2021 could play out for yourself, provided you're successful against Florian? Have you thought about what you would like to achieve as the year goes on?
Yeah, I'd just like to just keep going, just go as far as I possibly can. After I beat Florine, we'll see where Eddie wants to take me, kind of thing.
I was going to say you teamed up with Matchroom as well now, signing a promotional deal with them. I mean, what did that feel like for yourself on the back of your victory against Joe? You had another big fight with Florian. Now you've signed with Matchroom in the space of what, 4 or 5 months? I mean, it felt of like a dream come true, effectively.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it was very nice, like getting signed by Matchroom, because it's like I've come the hard way in boxing. The way I wasn't ever like a massive amateur. I had 50 odd fights as an amateur, but I never stuck at it and went anywhere in it, to be honest. So I'm not from like Team GB or anything like that. So, and I'm not a massive ticket seller. So to then get signed from Matchroom just on the back of my performance, that meant loads. Like, it was really nice. But yeah, now I'm here, kind of thing. Now this is where like the real fun begins, kind of thing.
How far do you feel your career can go, Rylan?
I feel like I take it fight by fight, but I feel like I can go all the way. I feel like, why not? Like, I'm gonna train. I train hard. I work hard. I just I feel like I could go as far as possible.
Obviously, you was originally scheduled to fight on the Kelly Avenissian undercard. As you mentioned, that's been cancelled a few times now, or postponed a few times for various reasons. Just if we do see that one as well go ahead in the future, what are your thoughts on it? How would you expect it to play out?
I'm not quite sure, really. I think that Avenissian, he's very tough, isn't he? He's a tough geezer. I feel like Kelly's going to have to really, really box on the back foot and be very smart with what he's doing. He doesn't want to get him Avenissian on top of him. So if he does, then don't really know. I don't really know how I see it playing out yet. I'm not really sure. But it's going to be a good fight.
Right, Rylan, we'll leave that interview there then. I'll leave you to enjoy the rest of your day. But I'm going to leave a final word to yourself. Everybody will tune in and watch this, who will be eagerly anticipating a new date for yourself and Florian. What would you like to say to them?
I just want to say thanks everyone for all the support, all the nice messages. Big thanks to my sponsors keeping me in the game. So you've got Minton Care, you've got Fire Snuff, Assembled Scaffolding, and We Solve All. I'd like to thank them all for keeping me in the game. And yeah, all just the lovely messages from everyone and all the support. It's been fantastic. And it's going to be a hell of a fight.
Rylan, it's been a pleasure to speak to you once again. Stay safe. I'm sure I'll speak to you again soon. Thank you for your time as always, and thank you for speaking to Boxing Social.
You're welcome. Good to speak to you. Bye-bye.